Welcome back to Making the Madness on YouTube. Today we are talking about the Big Sky. It is a league, always a fun tournament. It's usually like one of the last conference championship games on the day before Selection Sunday, and it certainly should be a fun contest here to see who wins this league tournament because there's a lot of potential teams that can win this.
Yeah, there's a lot of options like Weber State, Eastern Washington as a conference player of the year, and Tanner Groves taking over for Mason Peatling, and he won the award. There's just so much in this conference. There's a few sneaky teams, so let's get into it.
All right, so 8-9 matchup. We've got Colorado State versus Sacramento State. I'm going to go with Sacramento State here.
Northern Colorado.
Did I say
You said Colorado State.
Oh, Northern Colorado. Ethan Esposito is certainly an elite scorer. Bryce Fowler, good kind of secondary player. So I like Sacramento State to beat Northern Colorado and not beat Colorado State.
I'm going to go with Northern Colorado. I think that Steve Smiley's really continuing what Jeff Linder started at UNC there. I'm going to go Dalen Kuntz. I mean, he's been great this season coming in from Colorado. Then you look at Bodie Hume, and Kurt Jukoc is a guy I really like. He has a super high ceiling. I'm going to go with Northern Colorado to win here.
All right, that sets us up with Portland State against Northern Arizona. I'm going to go with Portland State. I just think they're more complete team here. They're certainly a very good defensive team. So give me Portland State to advance in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Khalid Thomas a lot, the Arizona State transfer. I actually had Portland State second, but, things didn't work out necessarily there. Just they didn't mesh together. But I'm going to go here and say that Portland State wins.
Do you think Idaho gets its second win of the season by beating Montana?
There is a 0% chance that happens.
All right, so that sends us up to the top where we've got Sacramento State against Southern Utah. Southern Utah league champions, but I think Sacramento State could give them a game. I will eventually go with Southern Utah, but I think it'll be close. Just too much Tavion Jones in the end.
Yeah, what a job he has done for Southern Utah. Coming in from Illinois, Tavion Jones, just a great player, one of the better players in the Big Sky. He went from a guy who barely played for Illinois. Now he's one of the top players in the Big Sky. I'm going Southern Utah. Todd Simon's doing a great job.
All right, and that sets us up with a Idaho State, Montana State matchup. I'm going to go with Montana State here. Amin Amadou, Xavier Bishop, I think good two-man timbo or combination there. And then Jabri Bayo inside is certainly a load to handle. So give me Montana State.
Yeah, you look at what Jabril Bello did the other day. He had 32 points on 13 for 13 shooting. That is simply absurd statistics there. Xavier Bishop's an undersized guard, but he's hungry. He plays hard, and he's pesky. He's never going to let you get anything good. And then, Adamu is a really good player, too. I'm going to go with Montana State here.
All right, and that moves us on down the bracket here to 2-seed Eastern Washington against Portland State. I like Eastern Washington here. They've kind of been the net darlings here. Tanner Groves is certainly an elite scorer. Kim Aiken as well as, kind of the secondary score. And they've got 5 guys who do average in double figures. Jack Perry does not average in double figures, but certainly
he gets bucket.
Yeah, he's certainly a spark plug off the bench. So give me Eastern Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Eastern Washington also. Jacob Davison has been surprisingly not good this year. He's a guy I like a lot. He's just struggled. He's a guard. I thought he was going to win Big Sky Player of the Year before the season. But Tanner Grove's been great. And, you look at Kim Aiken, he's also been pretty fantastic. And Jack Perry is an absolute sniper from deep, one of the best shooters in the country. Give me Eastern Washington.
All right, that sets us up with we've both got Montana against Weber State. I am going to go with Weber State to advance. You can't go against Isaiah Brown. He is a superstar scorer. So give me Weber State to advance.
Yeah, Montana's the team I had winning the conference in the preseason. Things just didn't work out. Michael Stedman didn't get enough playing time, didn't stick around, unfortunately, because he's a good talent. Cam Parker, he's a good facilitator. But when you look at what Weber State's done, they've won, I think, 13 of their last 14 or something like that. They've only lost two conference games in Montana, fittingly enough, and Southern Utah. But Isaiah Brown's a bucket getter. Zaire Porter, another bucket getter. Dylan Jones is pretty good inside. He's a young freshman. It's going to be really good one day. And Michael Kozak, he can provide stuff off the bench a little bit. So I think Weber State's going to win this one. And, they can certainly win the conference.
Certainly. So we've both got Montana State versus Southern Utah, and I've got Montana State advancing to the conference championship. Amin Madu, Xavier Bishop, you cannot go against this team, and Jabri Bayo inside will be certainly a load to manage. So give me Montana State to advance to the championship.
Yeah, Montana State is a very scary basketball team, and I think they're going to win this one. Bello, Bishop, and Adamu is one of the best trios in the Big West, if not the best.
All right, we've both got Eastern Washington versus Weber State. I've got Eastern Washington. Tanner Groves is once again going to play big down the stretch. I think this will be a very competitive game, but give me Eastern Washington.
Yeah, I'm with the Eastern Washington is a great basketball team. They have a great coach in Shante Leggins. We'll see if he stays there because I'm sure a lot of teams are going to be interested in his services. But this year he's still there, and I think they're going to win this one.
All right, then we've got Eastern Washington versus Montana State for the title. And when it comes to the Big Sky, you've got to go with the team who has Montana in the name. I'm going to go with Montana State. You cannot go against them. Jabri Bayo ultimately wins player of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Montana State is a team I do like quite a bit. They're also the only team that's lost to Idaho this year. I'm gonna go with Eastern Washington to win the title. I just think top to bottom, they're the best team. Although Weber State's played great this year, obviously I don't have them in the championship. I just think that coming into the season, Eastern Washington was the top team for a reason. They've showed why. They're a great free throw shooting team. They get buckets from the outside. They can score inside and out, and they play super fast. So I'm going to go Eastern Washington.
Yeah, it certainly should be a very fun conference tournament to look forward to. So that will wrap it up for this edition of Making the Madness on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, and we will be back.